Welcome along to round 9 of this F1 Manager 23 Rise to Williams Racing to the Front. Welcome along, hope you are doing well and hopefully you've watched the other 8 rounds so far. It's our first season in F1 Manager and fingers crossed we're doing a pretty stellar job at the moment as well. Let's just bring you up to speed as to where we are in the standings. So we currently sit 7th, 4 points last time out, going up to 11. We're trying to catch Haas in 6th. Just to give you a pretty much showcase of where we are and our builds, well, let's try and show you. So we've got everything looking pretty good. We are currently now installed 3rd version of the front wing. We've got the 2nd version on the rear wing on its way. Side pods are in there as well. And underfloor of number 3. So we're looking pretty good on the car front and we're steadily improving. We've also got obviously that rear wing, but we've got research for next season as well. So that is one of the things we've started to take a look at. We've got 9 engineers to look at next season. Hopefully that's where we can really get this Williams further. We're expecting or hoping for a decent little qualifying here, and it comes from Canada and Montreal. So let's see what we can do. We've got our targets set and hopefully we're going to be in the money. Here comes the money as we go racing for Canada. Looking forward to this one. Can we get another point or 2 in the bag? Let's find out for qualifying. So here we go then, Q1 in this first session, and can we put in a decent enough? We're not sure where we're going to be. We've been qualifying, well, doing the practice sessions around P11 to P15, so hopefully we are going to be getting through to Q2, maybe pushing Q3 would be nice. And we're going to send now Alex Albon out for his first timed flying lap. Let's take a look at the track, and I think we can send Porsche as well. So let's speed it through, and then we will look to see how Alex Albon gets on first time round here at Canada. Here we go. Wall of champions avoided for these future champions. We are racing. Alex Albon across the line, and we're going to be looking for probably around a second off the pace to 8 tenths. That's going to be the aim. And let's switch it to the timer so we can see. If we can get around 8 tenths off, then I think we are going to be absolutely fine for a Q2 run. They are our rivals. First sector, 21.6 for Alex Albon. And we'll look at Porsche to see what time he does. 21.7, so he's just over a tenth and a bit down compared to Alex Albon. But is that going to be the end all of this time? Probably not. But let's see what Alex Albon does first of all. 22.2, and now Porsche coming through this middle sector as well. A 22.2 and a 22.3, so he's a good couple of attempts off Albon's time right now, so not putting the best lap in. And as we go down this big straight, DRS wide open, can we get Albon to around a second off the pace? That would be successful, I think. Wall of Champions navigated this time round, and he crosses the line, and it is going to be, oh, it's better, it's 7 tenths, so 7 tenths to Perez. Porsche was off the pace, and he remains off the pace, 1.1. 4 tenths the gap, but a beautiful lap from Alex Albon. So improvement is needed. I'll tell you what, we're going to hold up this Alfa Romeo into the last corner. Albon sitting 12th. Please don't tell me that Alfa Romeo is going to get ahead. Porsche is just about to start his lap, and now big improvements needed. We're 1.5 off the pace with Porsche. Alex Albon, he's obviously 1.2, so plenty of time needed, and there's a big gap between the field opening up at the moment. What sort of lap time does Alex Albon do through this first sector? That's going to be key. Is it going to go green? It is going to go green. 21.5, that's better. That is better by Alex Albon, obviously on these new tyres. What about Porsche? 21.6, that's an improvement by about half a tenth. Half a hundredth of a tenth. So that's not too bad. I think it's a 22-2 through the middle. Let's see what Alex Albon does this time through. 22-1 is improving, and obviously rubber has gone to normal from low as well. So track conditions could be helping. And through that sector, 22-2, this is better. This is going to put him right on Albon's pace. But Albon set to, look at the gap between Gasly here. P9 and P8, 5 tenths is the gap. It's huge. And Alex Albon through past the World of Champions is going to come across the line. Now, where's it going to put him? And in his Q1, he's up 2 tenths, 9 tenths off. That's not bad. And here comes Porsche. Can he get within a second as well of the lead? He crosses the line. It's 1.2 off the pace. Still a poor lap, but it's very close down there. And you can see just 0.008 from Magnussen. Can we get through? Wow, it's going to be very tricky. So we survived then in Q1, just about. You can see Porsche stayed in P14 at the end with Alex Albon P11. Look at the time differences. We're only not far off P9 at all. So a chance maybe for a Q3 entry, but Porsche's got a couple of attempts to find, and it's going to come all the way down to this. We're going softs again. Can we get this car through? Absolutely fine. Normal rubber, normal grip, and what we're going to do is we're going to put on some used sets straight away, and then we'll come back in for a new set. So let's get them bolted on, and we'll send Alex Albon out straight away. Get the lap in, make sure there's no yellow flags or anything that's going to hurt us, and then we'll come out again a little bit later on, fresh set of boots at the end, and hopefully. So here we go, flying lap time here in Montreal. Starting his lap now, Alex Albon. Anyone coming out the pits? No, we look like we're good, and we can set these two on their way. So can we do an improvement on that first running of Q1? Is there a chance we can get Q3? I think it's very much alive with Albon. Porsche could improve, he could find some time. Let's not count him out just yet. But through the first sector, and it's a 21.6. It's not the best that we've seen from Albon. And it's a 21.5 though from Porsche. So Porsche now picking up the pace, and remember we're on used set of softs here. Roughly around 5 or 6% down on a new condition tyre. So 22.2 we've seen through the middle. What we're going to do with Albon is a 22.2 as well. So decent lap. And here comes Porsche. We were 22.1. So Porsche absolutely now bringing himself into the picture. And down that big straight that we go, we are going to be the first car to set a time here in Q2. We're looking at around the 112.2s, I think. And let's see what we can do as we cross the line. Used tyres, remember. And across the line we go. And a 112.3 for Albon. I think that's an improvement. And it's a 112.3 as well for Porsche. Used set of tyres as well. That's not looking too bad. Verstappen does 11.1. We're 1.1 off the lead at the moment. So here we go, it's go time. Albon is on the cusp. We've got new set of tyres on for both of these cars. Albon now into P11, so P9 and P11. Albon will be racing first on this final Q2 lap. Can we, now that we've bolted on new sets? I mean, look at the gap we've got to find though. We're not going to gain that, but the question is, can we be better than the rest? We also want to be looking at like a 21.5 for the first sector would be nice. Track ruppered in and gripped in nicely. 21.6 is not improved from Albon. That's not good. But it's an improvement from Porsche. 21.5. We can still do this, and it's very close. Look, we need a good sector from Albon somewhere here to try and pit the Alpine of Ocon. Because at the moment, we're better than the rest. Through this middle sector we go. Can he go green? He can. 22.2. He's going to be bang there, Alex Albon. Fingers crossed. Can he get the lap in? Porsche hasn't improved, but he's still in a 22.1 through the middle. So not too concerned about that, because he might find another 10th here. We're going to get good DRS from Albon past the Haas as well. And it's all about this exit through the wall of champions corner. He rides it well. Alex Albon coming across the line. Is it enough to get its provisional Q3? I don't think it is. He hasn't improved. Pourchaire comes across the line, doesn't improve as well. So Albon is out. That's disappointing. I thought we could have got both in. Pourchaire sitting P9. Question is, will we survive with Pourchaire? And frustratingly, Albon just misses out on Q3. He finishes P11. It is a top 10 shootout for Pourchaire. But look at this gap, 0.5 of a second. We're surely not going to find it. The question is, can we finish ahead of Ocon, who is P10? It is basically Theo versus Ocon for this qualifying session. And it is our sole car of Pourchaire that we want to try and do the damage with. We're going to put on some used softs, as we always have, to start this session, because I'm not expecting anything drastic. And we'll send out Pourchaire for his first flying lap. We'll use some new softs shortly on. But let's see if we can finish P9. That is our aim, to get ahead of Ocon. It'd be a great, great qualifying session again from Pourchaire if he can do it. He had some bad luck in Spain with the penalty, but come through strong. And they're through the first sector, 21.5, that's decent. That is a decent first sector. And we'll be looking at a 22.1 through the middle if he can put in the good effort. Let's see what we get. Come on, Pourchaire, hammer down, hammer down. We need this run. 22.1, it's a decent lap. Ocon could be in trouble here. And remember, we are on used tyres. They're only just used, they're only 1 lap old. But if we can get P9, I would be very happy with that. We're not going to get these, that is for sure. But let's find out. Pourchaire through the wall of champions, survives it. And what time does he do? He does get a 1:12.3, and that is not too bad. Let's see what Ocon can do before we stick on some fresh boots. So at the moment, we are surviving. Sainz is on an outlap at the moment. Pourchaire is P8. We are a couple of attempts ahead of Mr. Ocon. So we've actually got this pretty sewn up nicely at the moment. Pourchaire's got a Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton tucked up right behind him, and he's going to back off now as well. So here we go. It is Pourchaire even versus Esteban Ocon. What sort of times can we do? Where is Ocon? He's just coming out the pits. This might actually block us a little bit. And he's actually going to block us. Oh no, we just survived. The Red Bull gets scary coming out of that corner too. So bit of traffic on exit. We've gone a little bit early potentially, but we've got to clear the rest of the track to be able to put this time in. I think it has cost us dramatically. 22.7. That is not a great first sector from Pourchaire. We need to try and gain some back. Maybe it was a bit put off by the Red Bull and Ocon coming out. Maybe Sainz is not going to be... What is Sainz on? Nah, Sainz should be coming past us pretty quickly. You can see the gap. Here comes Sainz, so we'll focus on him because we're not improving. Sainz does take P6. It's a 22.2. He's not a million miles away, Pourchaire. It's going to be down to what Ocon can do. We said we were fighting for P9 and P10 here. As we cross the line. Coming up. Don't think we're going to be improving in Canada. But let's see. No, we don't. 2.5 bit temps though is the gap to P10. Can we hold on? Let's find out as we push through. Ocon coming around the final bend, down the straight, across the line, and he does get... I mean, that's a big lap by Ocon. Wow, the only car to improve out there on track. Last lap, a 1:12.0. And we are solely P10 in the end. Where did that lap time come from Ocon? But We are P10 and P11. We did our best lap in Q3 as well. Albon had a better time in him, but it still wouldn't have mattered because we wouldn't have beaten Esteban Ocon. And now we enter race time. Race day in Canada. Moderate rain is going to be interesting. Let's take a look at... We'll obviously change the driver options so that we're flat out as we look to start. Let's do that, and then strategy wise, I think one stop, and I think I want to go mediums on both here because I don't feel like them hards are going to be too slow. I might go Porsche on the softs, try and see if we can get a good start, good lap in. That could be interesting. I mean, it could be wet, and I can't see the rain is potentially coming. Look. Oh, so does that mean we want to go softs? I mean, it's looking pretty damp out there. Let's go softs, I think. That'll be our thing. I think we've got to go softs because of the wet weather. And we're going to see what we can do. I think it's going to be wet partly in this race, but let's see if we can get on. Come on then. It's dry at the moment. And I want to pause this and be annoying to you at home because I want to see what this rain is going to be doing. And we are out, so we're going to pause it really quickly. We're going to have a look at the track, and look at this. That could be very much intermediate type weather all the way through. I reckon intermediate. But we've still got 10-12 laps before it does start raining. So let's see what happens. Let's hope both cars get through and survive. But Albon and Porsche are both off, and Porsche had a bit of a difficult start. There's a big push in the back, and Porsche, don't tell me you're out already. And he is back. Oh my god, why do we get so unlucky? Theo Porsche, was it him that lost it? Oh, he just turned in on the Haas. And is my front ring damaged? Why did you have to do that? It is damaged. It is damaged. We're going to come back for softs then. So we're going to pit Porsche. Just as we were in such, look at that, minor chassis, minor suspension, major front wing. So yeah, back to the drawing board for Porsche. Albon is in P10 at the moment, so again it looks like it's going to be our sole effort is going to be with one driver in the race, and it looks like he's got a penalty as well, Porsche, just to add to matters. Shouldn't have turned in, he did, and he faces the music of 5 seconds. But we've got rain coming in, and you can see these two just fighting at the back. Damage on that wing, as you can see. That's not looking pretty at all. So let's just conserve down the straight, because we will be coming into the pits. Ah, what a frustrating start. Fastest laps coming through now as well, and Albon is tucked up nicely behind Ocon. And Porsche is now in solely from the back of the grid. He had such a good qualifying session. It's been undone by a rookie mistake diving into turn 1. Let's watch the front wing change. Come on, pull the nose, pull the nose. Oh, he's got a 5-second penalty, remember, as well. Oh my god, this is longer than 5 seconds. I mean, he didn't even change the wing. I mean, the wing's fixed. It's just obviously they don't change the front wing. And we are back out with Mr. Porsche. So he's going to be running on his own, pretty much. Let's move these back up, and hopefully he can close the gap. But look at Albon. Albon looking nice. Where we got with the rain. Still about lap 10, lap 11. Can Albon get past? And remember, we'll take a point. We'll have to focus out now from Porsche onto Albon. DRS will be enabled now coming through as we start lap 3. And there it is now enabled. And we are absolutely motoring along at the moment. Can we get past? Not quite. And let's just watch the time with Porsche, because whilst these are stacked up a little bit, we might start closing. But Ocon's going to be tough to get past. Fuel, it's going to start raining, so we're going to use less fuel. And here comes a move now by Alex Albon round the outside. We don't see many overtaking opportunities through there, but it doesn't matter because we are got P9. Alex Albon up to P9. Great little move. And now he's got to hold off. He's quickly closed 8 tenths to Hamilton though. That means he's going to get DRS. And let's quickly take a look at that. Round the outside where Jenson Button famously went off that time. And he's done that very nicely indeed. But coming into the hairpin, we're going to have to start watching these a little bit now. Move down to standard on the tyres. And radio sounds a bit dodgy, but we need to try and reduce down because we are getting pretty hot under the collar. The Alpine's coming back. There is a yellow flag and there is damage all on that. Who's got damage?
Oh dear, a crash. There's been a crash.
And it's a Red Bull, Charles Leclerc, after that new contract for Ferrari. Oh, turns in. Both of them go and take some damage. Front wing damage for the Ferrari. And that might not see them have to pit at all yet. Here comes the Alpine coming back at us. I don't want to push too much. He looks like he's going to concede position for now. And if we do, it's okay. I don't want to push because the weather is coming in. We don't need to re-watch that overtake, that's for sure. But we're going to come back round the outside again. Time penalty for Charles Leclerc. And DRS now opening for Albon on the inside line. Is he going to get through? I think he is. He's going to get back into P9. These two not giving up just yet. And Albon and Ocon settling down. We've seen this before in Australia. Going to try a lunge. Oh, and he squeezes him out. It's a great move. And DRS is going to come in again. Who's got the DRS? It is us. Doesn't mean nothing though, because of that top speed. But we're in to P9 again. We're just losing ground, as you can see on the cars ahead. There's the Mercedes of Hamilton and Russell. Hamilton of the new Ferrari in 2025. But let's see. Porsche got that gap down to 18.7 now. Just managing as we go. We didn't change tyres, which was annoying. No wonder it was a quick pit stop. I should have changed tyres. I thought it would have done it automatically. Didn't. So now we've got to hope for the rain to come in. Damn it, I made a mistake there. That's not what I wanted to do. But lap 5, let's fast forward. Let's see when this weather comes. So weather alerts are coming in. 4 minutes. And we are about to see, in 2 laps time, maybe a chance for some inters. Are we going to get it right though? This is our first big weather call. And as you can see, Porsche needs it because his tyres are not good. We've got yellow flags out there. Safety car deployed. What has happened?
We've got a yellow flag.
De Vries has crashed on turn 4. Oh, takes a bit of curb, bit of grass, and pings it into the middle of the track. Could even be a red flag, that. And I think now we are at the back, so we're going to pit. And we're going to go softs. And Albon, who's in P10. We have got rain coming in a minute though. Don't want to pit him, so I'm not going to pit him. I'm going to keep him out. And we are going to start queuing. Red flag then. That's going to help Porsche close that gap massively. And it's all because of Nick de Vries. And another red flag here in Canada. 10 minutes, it is damp. 3 minutes after restart, moderate rain. And we are P10 and P20. So, see 1 to 4 millimeters. So I think we've got to go on to the intermediates then. Let's go on to intermediates. What is it? What? It's not wet enough yet. I'm sure it said that it was dry. In 1 minute it's going to be 55%. But I feel moderate rain now. I feel like I'm going to have to just risk this. And hope that we get this right. This is brave. And it is intermediates. Okay, we are fine. We're going to have to pause these as soon as they go. And we've saved good fuel on that as well. Both got inters on. Can inters go to the end? Let's find out. I mean, yes, they can by the look of it. Let's see what happens. Albon P10. Pourchaire's going to have nightmares about this again. Remember, we just want to take a point. And I tell you what, that's a good start. Yellow flag again. There's an Alpine spun. Contact at turn 1. Pourchaire, as you can see, takes the healthy. Let's not get in the way of anybody. And let's just see. It was Oscar Piastri and Gasly coming together. And it was. Oh, Piastri turning in just like Pourchaire did in turn 1. And it is a yellow flag. Piastri not moved yet. They are now moving. And he's lost his front wing completely.
Now that incident looks to involve
And he's at the same one. I mean, don't tell me they've crashed again. He's oh my god. He literally smashed his wing. That's how he did it. Smash it properly. Oh, what have we witnessed? So, P9 and P17. Just going to settle this down. Let's have a look what it's doing on the weather. I think it's going to be inters for the rest of this race. Charles Leclerc with a 5-second penalty as well. So, just got to settle into this race. Hopefully we're gonna look pretty good. But they have got a penalty. Oscar Piastri. Still showing we've got a penalty, but we've definitely took the penalty. And we're looking okay in terms of pace in the wet. Just gives me the fear of what Pourchaire does. Still says he's got a 5-second penalty, but I don't know how. Because he has already done that, and yeah, let's see. But Albon is the best of the rest at the moment in terms of the qualifying pace, because these 8 were well ahead of us, and we are all over the back of Hamilton at the moment. I'm going to keep these tyres in good nick, and hopefully we could maybe even get up to P8. Leclerc's got a 5-second penalty, but I don't imagine we're going to stick with him for very long. We are deploying. We're going to harvest down to neutral. Gasly's had a pit stop issue. Gasly and Piastri. There's the wing change. It kind of makes me feel that we didn't change our wing. But we did. We did definitely change our wing. Interesting. But we've got the gap up to 1.2. Albon to Ocon. We're sat behind the Mercedes. And we can just cut these tyres down to standard. Keep them in condition. Pourchaire's got so much fuel. Fair play. So here we go again. Safety car again. And it's Alonso. You can see him in the wall there. Rain starting to come down a bit more. As he lost it, just touched the grass. He's done a Nick de Vries, but he's lost it properly this time. And he is into the wall. That could be another red flag. But for us, it's a safety car. So we're going to go harvest, conserve straight away. And that is a big crash that sends Alonso out. It sends Albon to P8, Pourchaire to P15. So this is looking very good again for our Williams. Albon's worried about Alonso, but don't worry Albon, they're just giving us points. and everyone is okay. That's good news. He's alright, but 2 cars are out. Piastri and Gasly are going to close up now as well, and we are going to queue. Safety car is out, so let's just fast forward a little bit, and you can see us now just catching that safety car pack. There we are, sitting nicely in the queue. Very low rubber with the rain, and that rain still set to stick around. Tyres are good to the end as well, so we just got to wait. And the ERS is fully charged. Let's just move it back up to standard on the tyres, because we're all good on tyres.
We can push on now.
We can push on. We don't want to push, we'll be on the safety car. ERS is fully charged. Let's get that back to neutral. So safety car ending. We're going to go attacking, we're going to go push, and we're going to go deploy, because we're sat in P8 and I fancy some chances of some points, and I fancy Porsche to come through the field as well.
To push on with the tyres.
But here we go. Verstappen, Ferrari of Sainz, who's been shipped out following Hamilton's announcement. And now we are going to get ready. We should be good with fuel to the end, you know. 4.5 kilograms, 5.9 kilograms. That's a lot of fuel. Safety car has ended, and I think Verstappen is about to set us going. And we are racing again through the wall of champions. We just need to survive with the cars, and that is a big shift out from the Mercedes. And here we go. Can we keep safe? That's all we got to do. We don't need to do anything stupid. On lap 24, there is points up for grabs. Porsche, single file, don't want to take any damage again. And we're going to have to get these tyres up to condition as well. But we are P8. That's some decent points. And that's our fight against Haas, who are both 14th and 16th right now. So that could be even better. But everyone, Leclerc's got a 5-second penalty as well, apparently. So if we can stay somewhere close, we'll be pretty good. And these inters are going to last the whole race. So no more potential pit stops unless we need to go to wets. And Porsche, we missed that one.
This was the 7th corner.
Through corner 7. Oh, look at that. Through the inside. Beautiful move. And that's against the Haas as well. So a big overtaking opportunity there. Done, sing, signed and delivered. Right. Where are we now? P8 and P14. We've got moves to do. We have got moves to do. And we're pulling clear of Ocon at the moment, who is in P9. Just got to keep on trucking away. Porsche with some minor aerodynamic issues, but hopefully he keeps it together and got a good chance of some points with the fuel available as well. So what we're going to do is we'll just cut down to aggressive while we keep these tyres in, and we're going to go to neutral on the power unit. We're looking good. We've pulled a 1.2 second gap to Ocon, and we are stuck right behind Lewis Hamilton. So nothing's really happened. Obviously everybody's on the same tyre, so there's no fluctuation in the strategies of what everybody is pushing. So in theory, there's nothing to really report. We've got Ocon closing in on Albon. Albon's obviously dropped because of the pace now taken over by the Mercedes. We are 7.5 seconds adrift, but the key thing is we're a couple of seconds ahead of that Norris in the background. But Porsche, we're going to try and deploy, because if he can just get that one place, he'll be looking pretty good. And I don't think, unless another accident happens, we are going to get anywhere near another position there. But here comes Porsche. Remember, no DRS available too. And can he look to make a move? Tyres overheating a little bit. We're going to leave him on deploy, see if we can get that job done. And now Albon just stretching clear of Ocon again, up to 7 tenths. Porsche looking good through here. Chances are he could make a move. Which way is he going to go? He's not going to go either way. He's going to sit tight, and he's just going to hold position. Now we're smotoring. We're nearly a second Doesn't matter, no DRS, but it would be nice to break the toe. And here comes Pourchaire. Is this going to be a move? We are slightly overheating, but it's a drag race down to the hairpin with Pourchaire taking the inside line. Who's going to be later on the brakes? It's going to be Pourchaire, and we take P13. Great little move, and he's used all the ERS on that one. So we're going to just top up down the straight. So he's through, he's into P13. Albon, still around a second. Fuel is good. Let's just try and deploy out of that. And Pourchaire gets it all a bit nervy at the Wall of Champions. And here comes the Alfa Romeo back at us, and we're just going to hold off by the look of it. This looks pretty slow there, but I think we've just kept him at bay. And yes, we have. We are still P13. Quite a bit of gap though now. Well, I mean, we're good 12 seconds off 10th place. That's the problem. And look at this for a gap. 1.8 seconds now. We have managed to pull.
Back off. Yep, okay.
And this is a very good stint by Albon. So, intermediates all the way to the end. And now we can cut back down. 2 seconds is the gap. And Pourchaire just ahead, 5 tenths. We're going to try and bring that gap down to Bottas. So we have closed very, very quickly on the back of Bottas. We're only 7 tenths behind now. We are keep managing the tyres because of the weather conditions. They keep cooling down. You can see Albon has really closed back up. We are still on a damp track, but it is getting wetter. The question is, what does everybody do? We've got to try and bring that gap out again. Here comes Pourchaire. Lost his battery. Not literally. But we're still going to push and see if we can just get past into P12. Because you never know what's going to happen up ahead. Ocon still 3 tenths. He's still nudging us. Still there with us. Let's deploy out of there again. And you can see Pourchaire is all over the back still of the Alfa Romeo. But can't get through. And here comes Ocon. 2 tenths is all the gap is. We're going to top up the power unit down here, the ERS system. And you can see the tyre temperature's just starting to struggle on Albon. But we've pulled a good 8 tenths down the straight. That's good work. Still on the top up as well. Pourchaire is bang there. We're going to just try. See what we can do. Tyre temperatures are an issue at the moment. 82 degrees. We've got Pourchaire's is okay at the 90s. 4 tenths and 4 tenths pretty much. Can Pourchaire, who gets it down to 3, make a move? The answer is no at this rate. But he switches out. Got a good exit. Can he move up to P12? It looks like he's got a puncture. I know it's the graphics, but looks like he had a bit of a puncture. But I mean, oh god, that's a bit nervy. A bit nervy. Where's Albon doing? Albon's still ahead. I mean, we just want the points. We just need to bring home points. Managing the temperatures of the tyres all the time. And that is why, because Pourchaire is right behind this Alfa Romeo. We're going to deploy as well. Can we get him? I feel like this would be beneficial for Pourchaire. Bit of training, bit of exercise to get him through. Tyres are okay. What is everyone else on tyre wise? Look at that, Ocon's got good tyres. We're the ones that have used most of our tyres at 71. Yeah, we'll see. Don't think we're going to need them though, because look, we're going up to the end, so we're going to be fine. Just trying to bring that temperature back into a bit warm. Pourchaire is right behind. Will this track change to wet? I mean, it's supposed to reduce now, so let's keep an eye on that. And we are bang behind. But I don't think it is our job at the minute. We aren't getting through. Albon's pulled clear again. got them tyres into a nicer condition,
You can
and
afford
he
to
is
go
a
back.
second ahead. So track condition has changed to dry. That is interesting. Is it going to go down to dries? We could probably run dries now, but it is supposed to increase back up again. But I don't think anybody is going to pit. You can see 4.2 seconds the gap. We have pulled clear of Ocon. We are about 5 seconds, 4.5 seconds behind Hamilton. Porsche is bang behind, has always been, this Alfa Romeo. He just can't get through at the moment. I don't want to risk him doing any overtaking opportunities either. We're going to deploy down there. 0.87 millimeters is the track dry, still dropping as well. And we're about to start looking after some fuel. Are we going to have to move on to softs in this race? A little bit of a curveball at the end of this race with only 13 laps to go. But Porsche is bang there, not getting through at the moment. We're going to keep an eye on that weather though. And track condition has changed to damp again, so it was right to stay on the intermediates. Even though they're at 60%, we're still clear.
Yep.
We don't really need to attack too much, but we're still stuck behind Valtteri Bottas. And look at the gap, 17 seconds. So apart from any late drama, I mean, we're going to lap a Haas here. And that Haas is Kevin Magnussen. So, wow, we have pulled very nicely away from them. And this is going to be a big dent in the Haas Championship. We have still got good fuel. Only 7 laps to go. We're 6.8 seconds ahead of Ocon, behind Hamilton, 6 seconds ahead of Ocon. Porsche is still stuck behind this Alfa Romeo. It is painful for him. He just cannot get past. He's on aggressive. We're doing everything we could. But I think the Alfa Romeo has just got a bit more pace, and I don't want to risk anything either. We've got a Ferrari that's coming to us as well. We're going to come down the straight, and let's just look after and top up, because we might have a last few laps attack just for a bit of fun. So it's pretty gloomy, but we are only one more lap away from bringing Alex Albon home in P8. No change for Porsche. He's still sitting behind at present. It is going to be, I mean, that is a Piastri that we're about to potentially lap as well with Albon. Just managing his fuel as we speak. And it's going to be all good because we're about to come down this straight on conserve. Sitting in P8, it's going to be fantastic. We haven't been lapped, so potentially one more lap and we are back on track.
Yep.
Porsche still 5 tenths behind Bottas, stuck like super glue. Attack of that, Stroll in P4. We've benefited from the Alonso crash, and it is Verstappen that's going to take victory. Porsche is still going as he looks to dive bomb one into the hairpin. Has he been lapped? I think he has, so this could be it. It is Max Verstappen who takes victory here in Canada. Porsche should be his last lap, and he's going all out down the straight. Is he going to take a risk through the final corner? The answer is no. Theo Porsche with a solid race after a bad first corner. But we'll take that because he comes home in P13. But it's going to be, the key is the Haas drivers in P16 and P18 out the back. And it is going to be Alex Albon that's going to pick up some beautiful points. Disappointment in Q2 to go out, but he's come back with a bang because Alex Albon is taking points here in Canada. We are point scoring Williams.
Okay, that's the flag.
That is what we were after, big time. You can see he's getting out the car. He is going to be happy with that. Bist get it in there. He don't look too happy. There's poor Carlos Sainz without a car seat now. Verstappen and Perez on the podiums. But the key here is Alex Albon. 4 points for Williams. Fournier was the big one who dropped out from starting P10 with that first corner incident. But we take P8 in the Drivers' Championship after the Canadian GP. We are P12 and P13, 9 and 6 points respectively. Most importantly, we move ahead of Haas. 4 points takes us on to 15 points compared to the 12th of Haas, and we are now a comfortable 3 points ahead. I say comfortable, you've seen, anything can happen. Fastest pit times, we're down in 9th. Well, we didn't have any pit time, did we? Well, Porsche did, but it didn't do anything. But there you go, P11, P11 and P8 for Albon, and sadly a disappointment for Porsche in the race as well. Bit of bonuses for the Albon finish, but 5 million coming into the bank, a bit of money, that's what we wanted. Hey, after that Porsche incident destroying his front wing, we've manufactured a front wing. It's like we almost knew what was going to happen. So front wing manufactured. Let's go and take a look quickly of that. And we have got 3 at the moment of them front wings anyway. So we're all good. But we're probably potentially a better one. So we'll have a look at that. We've got a chassis missing on car 2. So let's get this car back on track. Suspension missing as well because of the damage. We'll install that. So it's looking pretty good on this car. We've got a few bits and pieces that are coming as well. You can see we're just about to complete one. Obviously we've got some low stock that we can go and add on as well. Side pods are completed. We're definitely going to start focusing on next year again. 4 design in stock, which we'll go through. But next race is going to be Austria, and it is a sprint weekend, so that's going to be interesting to see how we perform. But at the moment, Williams are on a climb, 15 points from 9 rounds. That is pretty good indeed.